Welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. It's Thursday and we've got lots of transfer news coming your way. Yes, the Bryan Mbeumo deal. What the hell has gone on here? It looks like it's all over. Will United be able to resurrect this deal or will they just walk away? Ineos have been playing hardball, but will it backfire on them? We've got news on Jadon Sancho finally going to Juventus. Yes, the deal looks very, very close. And we've also got news on Garnacho going to Aston Villa. There's lots happening in today's transfer market and especially Man United, so make sure you stick around, make sure you hit the like button on this video, and if you're not already subscribed to the Man United stream channel, what you're waiting for, hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest news and more from one single daily dose. Okay, let's jump straight into this show. And yesterday we got news that Brentford were just plain silly buggers with Man United. They were applying that United tax, you know, that famous United tax that we always get charged. No other club in the world gets charged this tax. It only applies to Manchester United. Whenever they come knocking for a player, oh, it's Manchester United, okay, that means we can increase the valuation by at least 20% and rip them off completely, pull their pants down and send them off on their way. That's what happens. We got it with Anthony, we've done it with Jadon Sancho. It happens with every single player that we've gone for. We get our pants pulled down. No other club would get that done. Seriously, there's Liverpool's, the Cities, the Arsenals. Look what they've just done with Gyökeres, Arsenal. If we went for the same player, we would have been demanded to pay at least 100 mil. That's the flipping problem. Or near enough 100 mil. This is where we need to stand our ground. And I'm 50-50 on this one. I genuinely am. At first, I started thinking, we need to get Mbeumo in. We need him, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as I heard last night that Brentford were demanding close to 70 million or above 70 million for Mbeumo, and I thought, nah, I'm not prepared to do that. Even though I know this guy's a class act, I really do think he would make a huge difference to this United squad. And 70 million, I would have said, okay, maybe, yes. But if we're trying to project this image of not getting ripped off, we're trying to project this image of, no, we're not going to pay above the odds. If another club comes in and they get this player for much less than what we're going to get him for, that means you're doing us over. So why are we going to pay that? So I guess, yes, on that front, I'm thinking, no, walk away. It's a really difficult one. Let us know in the comments below what you would do in the Bryan Mbeumo deal. It is really interesting to hear from Man United fans, because some fans are sticking to their guns and saying, walk away, we don't give a crap, we're sick and tired of this United tax. And some fans saying, no, we need this guy, he is very good, he's one of the best in the Premier Leagues when it comes to goals and assists, he's up there with the best. So let's just break the bank, let's get him in. We can't be in a position where we can do this right now. We can't use no leverage. Let's first start winning games and then think about, this United tax and not paying above the odds. My personal opinion is that we give him the money and get the guy in. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we're not in a position where we've got any leverage. We haven't got, Champions League football. We haven't got a top squad of players. We are a club that's struggling right now. We finished at the bottom half of the Premier League table last season. And we'd be lucky if any player is actually looking at us thinking, I want to go to United. So we need to really think about this carefully. We might regret this. I genuinely think if we let this guy go, Bryan Mbeumo, other clubs, other big clubs are looking at this guy, have been looking at him and would jump in. Seriously, they would jump in. But because he's made it very clear that he wants to play for United, all the other big clubs have stayed away. But as soon as, if this deal falls through, I can guarantee you another club would come in and swoop in and take this guy. That's where I am at right now. Drop your comments below. Let us know what you think about this Bryan Mbeumo deal. It looks problematic right now. It genuinely does. It looks like Ineos might be considering walking away from this deal, and if that happens, this will be an absolute catastrophe. It'd be up there with De Jong, in terms of transfers that United have worked on and then fallen flat. It is just horrendous. It'll be a disaster, absolute disaster for United if we do not get this guy after working so hard, after negotiating, after doing all the evaluations and trying to get this guy. It's gone all round and round and round. We've been talking about it for weeks. And finally, if we cannot sign the guy, it would be a huge embarrassment as well. Let us know again in the comments below what you think about this. But let's move on to other transfer news as well. Of course, we'll bring you updates on the Mbeumo deal as and when we get them. I mean, it does not look good right now. We went from, very certain that United will get this guy, especially given the fact that he's already said that he wants to move to United, to now thinking, shit, this could go completely down the pan and we could be without another number 10 signing, and we're going to really panic. We're going to panic and end up buying someone shit. That's what happens. But moving on to some positive news in the transfer market. Jadon Sancho looks like he's set to join Juventus. It looks like it's in the final stages of the agreement. His personal terms were agreed some time ago, actually. It was just now a valuation and agreement between the clubs. That's we're hearing has happened. United have agreed to sell Jadon Sancho for the valuation. I think it's 15 million we're talking about here. We're probably going to get the figures once everything goes through, but this looks very positive. It looks like in the next couple of days we might have a sale for Jadon Sancho. In fact, what we're hearing by some reports is that Juventus have put in a sneaky bid for Marcus Rashford. We're not quite sure if this is true or not, or whether they've just made an initial inquiry for Marcus Rashford, but this would be very interesting. But would Marcus Rashford go and join Juventus? Not quite sure, actually. I think he's got his sights set on bigger clubs, Barcelona being his number one preferred destination. But again, Juventus, he could join up with Jadon Sancho. He might like it. We've seen the likes of McTominay go out in Serie A and do well, so they might be considering Serie A as a possible destination. But this is, again, positive news that Man United can make some sales. We're also hearing the Antony deal to Real Betis is off. United are sticking to their guns, saying that Antony's worth at least 50 million and they're not going to accept anything less. And I guess that's probably accurate, isn't it? I mean, he's definitely worth 50 million in this current market. Antony and his performance for Real Betis last season was absolutely astonishing. Antony was one of the best players in La Liga last season, definitely. I mean, the amount of goals he scored, the amount of assists he gave to Real Betis, I thought he did really well, and I think 50 million would be a fair market valuation for him. Drop your comments below on what you think about the Antony deal, what you think about Jadon Sancho, what do you think about Marcus Rashford. Could we finally be having some positive news coming our way concerning sales or any transfer? Because right now United have done no business whatsoever. The Mbeumo deal is going to carry on and on. We're hoping that something comes of this because we're desperate for somebody who can score some goals and give some assists to this squad. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe. You're watching the Man United Stream channel, a channel by the fans for the fans.